Schools Computer Club Initiative, promoting creativity, innovation and entrepreneurship.
So when we complain in Nigeria that we have many problems, actually we should be glad because we can turn those problems into innovation. So innovation comes from converting problems to ideas, and new ideas are born through questions, problems, and obstacles. If you don't have any obstacles, there can be no innovation. So in Nigeria is fertile for innovation, very very fertile for innovation because we have so many problems, and you can give solution to those problems. And you can see when you have a problem, you need idea, you need intelligence, you need the solution to the problem. You must be inspired. You must have creativity, and you must also have vision. So that picture depicts who an innovator is. Somebody who sees a problem and turns that problem into new ideas or into new products to solve particular issue. So So what is horizon? So I'm dealing with all the keywords in the lecture given to me. It's a line that separates the earth from sorry, there's a spelling of the earth there, from the sky. So your horizon has to do with geography. So when you are talking about your horizon can be limited to Nigeria, your horizon can be limited to Africa, it can be limited to Europe, and it can be all over the world. Today, a good horizon, because the world has become a global village, a good horizon should be the entire world. And your horizon limits your knowledge and your experience. The knowledge you have limits your horizon. So we have pictures of horizon there. Then how do these words connect? To tell the truth, innovation is used to expand the guest child. And innovation is also used to expand the space and the knowledge of that child. So innovation is at the center of all of these things. It's innovation that expands your knowledge. It's innovation that expands your horizon. And it's innovation that makes you to be successful in life. So those are how those things connect. So how can a child become innovative? There are many ways to become innovative. You can become innovative when you are doing something new, when you are working on something and you are making it better, and you can apply it to strategies, you can apply it to capabilities, you can apply it to products or services or processes. You will see a girl who became an innovator because she needed to buy a balm for her lips, and because her parents, when we were not rich enough, she had to find means of creating that balm. And today she's a billionaire because she had a problem which was personal problem. It doesn't have to be the world problem. It was a personal problem that she turned into innovation, and today she's known all over the world, and she's very rich. So regardless of your focus, the outcome should be something that contributes to some sort of economic or social value. So there are 4 actions recommended for you to become an innovator. You must connect your own creativity, and I will explain what each one of those means. You must develop your curiosity and observational skill. You must be a curious from somebody, and you must be somebody that observes things. People who work with their eyes closed cannot become innovator. You must develop an openness to novelty and tolerance for ambiguity and complexity. When something is ambiguous, it should be your creative ability should come into fold. And when something is complex, you must be able to, how can I make this thing complex? How can I make it simple? Because complexity is part of the problem we have. And when you know your skills, you must develop them. Your skills will help you to become an innovator. So connect your own creativity. Creativity fuels innovation. Without creativity, there cannot be innovation. And you must bring your creativity to work and not to sleep. When we talk about creativity, most of us make the mistake that only people and artists are the only people who are creative. That's a very wrong concept. Every one of us has a creativity value in us. So it is not only artists that are creative. Everyone is creative. And I'm going to show you the uh, who creative people are. If you go to slide 17, if you are curious, if you have an independent mind, if you are open-minded, you allow people to, you look at other people's opinion, you are very patriotic and you like taking risks. You are energetic, you are industrious. In whatever you do, you are original, you are perseverance, you are self-aware, you are conscious of who you are. My dear ladies, you can become a creative person. You don't have to be an artist, you don't have to be a man before you can become creative. Every one of us have creative ability. So I've given you the characteristics of creative people in slide 18. Curious, independent, open-minded, perceptive, risk-taking, energetic, industrious, original, persevering, self-aware, experimenting, flexible, playful, questioning, and sensitive. Is there anything that says gender in what I've said so far? I'm sure some of you, if you look at those characteristics, you see that some of you have many of those characteristics. And when you have many of those characteristics, you can become a creative person. And when you're a creative person, you can become an innovator. Any questions? Am I communicating?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I communicating?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions so far?
From
Okay,
the
no
audience, okay, maybe by the time you are through, ma'am.
Okay, by the time I finish.
Okay.
Then for you to be a creative person, you must have a curiosity attitude, and you must also have observation skill. You must be curious. What's going on in that place? How can I make this thing better? This thing look good though, but can I make it better? Can I even do another product? So for you to be a creative person, you must be a curious person, and you must also have observation skills. Know exactly what is going on around you. Observation skill can help you to gain information and tap your imagination by observing someone or something. Observation allows you to go beyond the obvious. They allow you to fully engage your external environment by noticing what you see, what you hear, what you touch, what you smell, what you taste, as well as engaging your internal environment by noticing how you feel about the particular situation and your interest and what your intuition tells you about that particular situation. And the other skills that is required, you must be mindful. You must be sensitive to environment. You must also like to solve problems. You need problem solving skills. And solving problem skills is not only about mathematics. Finding solution to problems is a form of problem solving skills. Then there are three emotional skills that you also need. You must be open to novelty. You know what novelty means? Something new. Anybody who does not like something new cannot be an innovator. You must have tolerance for ambiguity, because from the ambiguity you can find a problem, and when you find that problem, you'll be able to solve it. You must also have tolerance for complexity, because for complex situation you can make it less complex and create a product that will make things to be less complex for you. So when you master these three skills, your route to becoming an innovator is very fast. And I've explained what those mindfulness, sensitivity to environment, sensing gaps as critical problem solving. I've explained one of those what they are in the note. And I'll show you the three big skills on slide 23. From what we have said so far, when you read the note, you find that Knowledge and innovation are very, very tied together. Your knowledge comes from education, and the kind of education that you need is ability to think beyond the box. You don't need a knowledge that say what is ABC, ABCD, F, G, H, and just recount. Your knowledge must come from this ABCD, F, G. What can I use it to do? Can I use it to write a book? Can I use it to communicate? And your knowledge must also sharpen your creativity thinking. Gone are the days when you cram, you pour, you pass exam, and you do well in life. Those days are gone. You find that today, sometimes some students with top class will find a job faster than a student that scored first, that came out in first class. Because that student in third class, if he or she can adapt everything she has learned in the class to her environment, and she can begin to bring out ideas, new ideas, that student is likely going to be employed. And for you to become an innovator, you must bring new products and ideas. Who are the people that bring new products? Who are the people that bring new ideas? The entrepreneurs and the researchers. They are the ones that bring new products and the one that brings new ideas. So you have to choose for you to be an innovator, whether you want to be an entrepreneur or you want to be a researcher. Because researcher brings new ideas and uh, entrepreneurs bring in new products. And whatever it is that you do, what is important today is that you have entrepreneurial skill, you are creative, you are adaptive, your curiosity is high, and you also have what we call IT skill. My dear brother, then you will become a girl child whose horizon will be what? Will be very, very wide. You can be a storyteller. You use IT to tell that story, you are going to do well. You can be a seamstress. You use IT to advertise yourself on the internet, and people come and they know you all over the world. You'll be a good entrepreneur, and people will know you. And I've given you 5 famous researchers that started their work as teenagers. And for those of you in science, I'm sure you are very familiar with these 5 people. Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Galileo Galilei, Aristotle, and Blaise Pascal, all of them started their research work as teenagers. And today, everybody knows about them. And I've told you, well, I'm not going to go because you can read those things when you get at home. Isaac Newton, developed various devices while he was still in school as a teenager. And he devoted himself to studies, and high marks in school were very impressive. But funny enough, because in those days, farmers were the one making money. His parents, or his mother in particular, wanted him to be a farmer. I wanted to take her out of school to make money because that was the instinct during that period. But the young man was very, very lucky that the schoolmaster convinced the parents to allow him to finish school. And today, everybody gets to know about what? Isaac Newton. Maybe if you are going to farm, like his parents wanted him to be a farmer, nobody will know about him. This underscores something. Parents should allow children to do what they are good in and not force them to go and do something else. Then you also have Galileo. While he was in school at age 17, Galileo became interested in air current. That could cause chandelier, you know, that big thing, that big globe, to sway in a rhythmic way. And that is how he started differentiating between pendulums. And today, all of us know what pendulums are. And at the age of 22, Galileo published a book on the design of hydrostatic balance that he had invented at age 17. All of you are still young. So there's nothing saying that young people cannot be researchers and cannot be innovator researcher. Then we also have Aristotle. Aristotle made contribution to nearly every subject of study. So people should be very careful. Aristotle made contribution to every subject of study, whether arts or science. So for 20 years, he remained at the academic until eventually he quitted himself. So, and because of this vast knowledge, he completed an encyclopedia. And I'm sure all of you know what an encyclopedia is. Encyclopedia is what? Full of knowledge. So I know people now talk about this thing and that thing. My dear teenagers, anything you are good at, whether it's science or in arts, please develop innovative and creativity along. When you do that, you will excel in life. Aristotle was good in virtually everything, whether science or arts, and that knowledge he had, he made used it to create an encyclopedia that we are still using today. Then we also have Pascal. Even though for centuries a lot of people have been developed machines that does calculation, but until Pascal developed a software for the motion that set the wheels in motion, their calculation devices came into being. And today, some of the things that Pascal invented are still found in our smartphone and are still found in our calculators today. And he started his journey at age of 16. So it's not only old people that can be inventors or can be innovators. And I'm also going to say some things about some of us scientists in Nigeria. I'll show you that one because those ones are well known and they are all over the world. But even in your own sphere, like I said, horizon depends on the geography, whether in Nigeria, whether all over the world, whether in West Africa, and so on and so forth. Some of us too, as smart as scientists, we have been known relatively well in most countries of the world. Because if you now Google my name, Nigerian scientist, you find my name will pop up. And I'm going to tell you that I started my career as a pure arts student. And from arts, I changed to biological sciences. And from biological sciences, I changed to physical sciences. See what I'm saying, you? From arts to biological sciences to physical science. And today, I think I've made a name in computer science. Why? Because I was very curious as a child. I wanted to know what was going on everywhere, and very, very observant, and also very, very studious doing my work. And at no point in time did my parents stop me from changing from arts to biological science to physical science. So parents, if any parents is listening, please, whatever your child is good at, let them pursue that knowledge. And I also show you images of Nigerian women in information technology with the president of Nigerian Computer Society in the middle. Now, I'm not going to talk about some teenagers who are entrepreneurs. I have 10 of them listed, but I'm going to talk about only one of them. Sandra Collingham. Her age is 17 and she's black and she's a girl. So that you know that all these things have nothing to do with male and male alone. She's black and she's a girl. How did she become an entrepreneur? She became an entrepreneur at age of 9. And she started brainstorming ideas for leaf farm. She could make herself because her father would not buy her any. She had a problem. Her father did not believe in buying leaf farm for anybody. And this girl said, this is a problem for me. I must solve this problem. And she solved that problem. Now at age 17, Sandra rebranded her company to Sandra Beauty and sells nationwide. It sells like August and Costume. And an ambition is applying to continue growing her business. Today, She's worth more than $500 million. It's a 17-year-old girl that started at age 9 and that started to solve a problem for herself. She needed leaves, very tiny thing, leaves, bam. The father will not buy. And she said, this is the problem, and I must solve this problem. And she solved that problem. And today, she's a billionaire. And she's your wife. So, and by her organ, she's a girl. And what has she done? She's the founder of Impressive, an organization that aids companies expand into Africa.
Yes, that's it on the screen,
Oh, okay,
ma'am.
you have seen her on the screen.
Yes.
So what this guy did? What did she do? She said she founded an organization that aids companies to expand to Africa. She knows that in Africa, it's a green place. So what she does is to offer information to international companies to come and set up in Africa. So what she did was to give organization information on how to set up in Africa. And she said, when you are doing that, you must be strategic. You must know your network is limitless. You must contact whoever you desire to reach, but always make sure you have some value to offer them. Without value, there is no innovation. No. Without what? Without value, there is no innovation. Then you also have Florence Chikezie. What is it that she's also offering? Free investment information. That's what she's also offering. Free investment information. So these two ladies, what are they offering? They are offering service. They don't even have to go and create any product. So manufacturing is not only about innovation. Yes, there's some innovation that has to do with products, but not all innovation has to do with products. Some of them are just services. And this is what these two girls have done. They are offering services, and these services are valuable to their customers, and because of that, they have done well. And Florence said the game plan has always been to pass on knowledge. Remember, I spoke about knowledge and ensure that business owners do business the right way. So she's not into any production. She's into offering service, and the service she's offering is information, valuable information to our client. Then you have also another girl, Bidemi Sakarayu Akan. What does she do? PR fastest public relation agencies in Nigeria. She's guided by values and principles. So all these people I've told you about, is there any of them that has a factory that requires large amount of money to start? I'm sure all these ladies, if you Google them and talk to them, the amount of money they use in setting up some of these things are not that much. And yet they have become innovators. They have widened their horizon beyond Nigeria, and they have become billionaires. And even Bidemi won an award in 2018. The world biggest PR award program. She got it. A Nigerian girl like you. Those things that I've said. Anything whatsoever that can hinder a girl from achieving what I've said so far. So the onus is on you to bring up yourself to the level that you can become an innovator. And I've told you exactly what you need to do to become an innovator. And when you put all those things into practice, when you become observant, when you have the ability to identify problems, and also ability to identify solutions to that problem, and you have strategic way of achieving those solutions, the world will be at your beck and call, and you become an innovator, and people will know you far and wide. So the idea of innovation and the idea of creativity has nothing to do with sex. It has something to do with who you are and what you want to make of yourself. So at this point, I will stop. If there are any questions that you want to ask me, please go ahead to ask.
Yes, we want to use this time to appreciate our mommy for a spectacular presentation, and she has focused on so many things today before a lot of us could be here, and we just like I did some kind of summary on others. She started by dissecting the topic, and she looked at what. Sorry, I'm coming. She looked at what expanding is. Look at the girl child innovation and horizon, and she made some salient points about innovation, that innovation expands knowledge. It can be applied. You can use innovation to develop your curiosity, your skills. She made more importantly that creativity fuels innovation, and she also made us to know that it's not only artists that are creative people. She made us to know that anyone can be creative, and she told us how she moved. She actually showed a kind of how clever she is. She moved from that her parents even allowed her. She had to move from the arts to the biological sciences until she now came to the physical sciences, and with it she was able to get to the level in life where she can say yes, she has explored, she has been creative, she has been innovative, and today she's imparting a lot of us. She made mention of curiosity, being independent, you experimenting, you being self-aware. She made mention of things like problem solving skills, that you need emotional intelligence, and so on and so forth. Then she listed about 10 females that look at the area where they are good at, and they became innovative, and that today they are billionaires, some of whom are Nigerians. So at this point in time, we want to really appreciate Mama for the effort she has put into today's presentation, which is going to be shared to all of us. At this time, we don't know if we have any contribution or we have any question. We have a great opportunity meeting Mama, the first female computer scientist in Sub-Saharan Africa. So we have the opportunity of meeting her. Let me see if we have any question in the chat. Okay, they are just saying thank you, ma. Please, you must have question for her. Zainab, do you have question for her? Chisom?
Don't be afraid though. Don't think any question is stupid, because that's part of creativity.
Mama, curiosity does not kill the cat too, are they?
No, it doesn't kill the cat though. That's a stupid thing. It doesn't kill the cat though. It makes the cat wiser.
Yes, yes, ma. Okay, you said Lucy. What did you say you don't have? Like Lucy is saying, I don't have. Is it the material for today? Hello, Lucy. Are you talking about material for this presentation? It will be sent to you. Okay, you have question. Okay, let me mute Lucy. Let me unmute Lucy. Where is Lucy? Okay. Let me unmute her. It's like she wants to ask a question. Lucy, I've unmuted you. You can ask your question. Hello. Okay, you don't have question. Okay. So we have the next speaker coming on board. Okay, before the next speaker comes on board, is Mama still around?
I'm still around though.
Okay, so I want to show you some of the. Now, can you see this picture? Can you see this picture here?
Yes, I can see the picture. I can see the picture. Yes, I can.
Yes, this is one of the Mama's contribution to our Schools Computer Club initiative in giving prizes to innovators in schools. You can see one of the.
Actually, I'm ready to even give prize again this year. If you can send me.
Okay, I will send you. I will text you after this presentation, ma. So thank you so much,
Okay, please
ma.
do so.
School's Computer Club initiative, promoting creativity, innovation and entrepreneurship.